Shabbos, everyone. Erev Shabbos, Parshas Rabbi. Erev Shabbos. Chodesh Benson for the month of Elul. It is unbelievable how time flies. This week we're recording from beautiful downtown Kew Garden Hills. Last week Lakewood. This week Kew Garden Hills. Mitzvah Hashem next week back in Eretz Yisrael. You know, Sefer Devarim, which is really Moshe Rabbeinu's final speech to the Jewish people, is not just about the mitzvahs that Moshe Rabbeinu had to go over. It wasn't just about some instructions that Moshe Rabbeinu was setting for them. Sefer Devarim speaks to us in our lives because Sefer Devarim really was the book of transitions. That when Moshe Rabbeinu was transitioning the Jewish people from the Midbar to an existence which was a more natural existence, and he was bringing them into Eretz Yisrael, Moshe Rabbeinu had to give them all the tools that were necessary. It wasn't just specific commandments about the land of Israel, but it was really about life. When a person goes through transitions in life, which is every single morning when you wake up, a person needs to refocus. Sefer Devarim helps us refocus and understand exactly how to direct our lives. Moshe Rabbeinu turns to them and he talks to them about what they're going to find when they come into the land of Israel. They're going to find all kinds of idolatry and idolatrous things, and they have to destroy these places, all of these high places, these idolatrous places where they serve their gods. But lo sasun kein Hashem lekechem, but don't do this to your God. And most of the commentaries understand that lo sasun kein Hashem lekechem means that you can't serve God just wherever you want. There has to be a specific place to serve God. You have to go to the place that God chooses to rest his name. The Shichnai Siddur Shu, there you should seek out his Shina, Ubasa Shama, and go to that place. Rabbis tell us that if you look carefully at those words, the Shichnai Siddur Shu is plural. You, in a plural sense, should go and to seek out God, Ubasa Shama, and you'll get there. That's as an individual. Why does it transition in 4 words? 2 phrases next to each other. Why does it transition from plural to singular? So I think that Moshe Rabbeinu was telling us more than just about Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, and this is the place you have to go and to sacrifice things. I think he was telling us a fundamental thing about our lives. Rav Nachman Basif tells a beautiful mashal. He says that there was a fellow who went once to a klezmer festival. And at klezmer festival, he was touched by a piece of music. And it touched him so deeply, he felt such an incredible sense of joy and of peace. And he spent the rest of his life really going from place to place looking to hear that music again and to feel that same feeling again. Every time he heard the word klezmer, he would run to hear the band, hoping that it would bring him back to that place. And he says, you know what, that's the life of a Jew. We heard beautiful music. We were there, our souls were touched by God himself. And then God took us and he put us down into this world. And we spend the rest of our lives to try to bring ourselves back to that place of joy, to that feeling of eternity. And we go from place to place to place to place. From band to band. We go from, we seek it in our money, in our kavod, in our physical pleasures, in our experiences, our relationships. We're trying to find that feeling in everything. In sports, we put in our lives, our kishkas into sports, hoping that it's going to yield us some of that feeling. We put our life into food. We put our life into pleasure, hoping that it's going to yield that feeling. We focus on relationships, hoping that it's going to give us that sense of eternity. Moshe Rabbeinu turns to the people and says to them, understand, the Shichnai Siddur Shu. You have to take all of those pieces. Your money, your kavod, your physical pleasures, your relationships, your food, take all of that and unite it into one. Take all those pieces and the L'shichna sidrishu, seek out God, understand that really what is your life all about, that you're trying to get back to that place. You're trying to get back to that feeling, you're trying to get back to that place of eternity. And once you can unite your life and take all of your experiences in life and train them in one direction, and that's in the direction of the Shekhinah, Ubasa Shama, as a united, whole, complete, integrated person, you'll make it there. You will find that eternity. If you can take all the little things and understand that they're not just diffuse things, they're not just separate things, but that there has to be a theme to all of your life, to all of the things you do. There has to be a unity to everything you do. And that unity has to be the L'shichna sidrishu, that it's all about seeking out God. Then the food becomes purposeful. Then the pleasure becomes purposeful. Then all of the experience in every relationship becomes purposeful. Because it's all about the L'shichna sidrishu. And Moshe Rabbeinu guarantees us that if you live your life that way, Ubasa Shama, you'll make it there. This piece of advice that Moshe Rabbeinu is giving is not just about what we have to do with the temple in Jerusalem, but it's what we have to do with our lives. The L'shichna sidrishu, unify everything you do, every experience, put it under the banner of seeking God, and then Ubasa Shama, you will make it there, and you will live a life of eternity, even here on this earth. Have a beautiful Shabbos, everyone.